If you've clicked on this video, you've got, or you're planning on, a garden for survival. But gardens will give you more than just food. No matter how well balanced your diet is, the reality is that we're human. We all get sick. Nature's got just about everything you need to treat you. Where do you think the antibiotics, the penicillin, and the dewormer for your dog come from? It's all extracted from plants in the first place. The only difference between your flower bed and the prescription from the doctor is a lab and a label. Here are the top herbs that'll treat the widest variety of ailments and conditions that you can cram onto a single porch. So even if you don't have the space, you probably have enough windows that can give you enough light to create your own little pharmacy inside your home right now. For pain, yarrow and California poppy are going to be here to cover your pain problems. Yarrow is milder and works better for stress, tension, and muscle aches since it reduces inflammation and actively relaxes muscles. It's a better relief for migraines because of its tension-relieving properties. California poppy is a little bit more hard-hitting than yarrow. Unlike the other poppy cousins, it doesn't have the deep narcotic and sometimes addictive effects that they do. But it's just as effective for pain, and it's a mild sedative. Both the poppy and yarrow grow like weeds. They need very little care, and they spread like wildfire once they're put down. For fever, to treat fevers, you'll need the aptly named feverfew. There are other fever herbs, but feverfew is mild enough to cover almost all of the age ranges by inducing sweating as opposed to the harder hitting stuff. It's also a little more well-rounded than its counterparts. It's antispasmodic, meaning that it relieves spasms from stomach cramps, muscle contractions for arthritis, torn ligaments and muscles. Swelling from outward rashes brought on by allergies also do well with feverfew. And it's another one of those plants that won't need any babying from you to grow. They need shade and damp soil, but that's about it. Internal and outward injuries. Hold on for this one, because comfrey is one of those herbs that you kind of have to wonder where this inconspicuous little plant stores it all. Before we get into its long list of treatments, comfrey is here because it's the best treatment for stomach ulcers, childbirth healing, and it was once one of the only treatments for all of the internal organs or even broken bones. When concentrated, the gummy substance is applied to outward wounds, so it shouldn't be surprising that it glues internal organs injuries too. Rashes, burns, scrapes, bruises, and used as an ointment that spreads on the chest to loosen phlegm. Comfrey's got a bit of a warning label though. You need to be careful how much you consume or it can cause liver damage. But then again, so does the aspirin in your medicine cabinet. It likes a wide variety of conditions and it's not too finicky about needing attention. Respiratory conditions. For the chest, you'll need marshmallow and mint. No, we're not listing a candy store inventory, though both are pretty delicious. Marshmallow will loosen mucus from the chest as well as quiet even the deepest infections. It's easy to grow and can be eaten as a vegetable or in tea and tinctures. And when combined with a relaxing herb like chamomile or rosemary, it takes away that deep, rasping, and painful cough of bronchial infections. Mint is an obvious one to have around for seasonal colds and allergies that everyone deals with from time to time. Besides opening up the respiratory tract, clearing nasal passages, and loosening phlegm, it's also a good helper for the elderly and the very young. Brain clarity, indigestion, IBS, colic. If the problem is in the bowel, then it's going to take care of you. Careful though, mint is a monster to contain. Keep this landscape criminal in a pot, or it will take over everything. Parasites. For parasites, black walnut, garlic, guava leaf, and gold thread are all good options. But all of them require specific conditions in which to grow. And you may have noticed that we've been focusing on the easier plant sorts to keep alive. Sweet wormwood is extremely bitter and is one of the stronger parasitic treatments. It just tastes foul enough that most avoid it. But it grows fairly easily and it's got other treatments attached to it that makes that taste worth the effort. Besides being one of the few treatments for the deadly parasite malaria, it's a decent fever and pain reliever, and it's used to treat eczema and other skin disorders. Oregano is the most versatile anti-parasitic aid, from a culinary standpoint at least. It won't kill the worms off, but it creates a hostile environment for them to thrive inside of the gut. It reduces coughs and your risk of cancer, and it's high in antioxidants and other nutrients that'll help you bounce back from a long illness. Multi-purpose. Then there are those all-around good herbs to have at hand that seem to cover just about everything under the sun. And if you know weeds, then you'll know stinging nettle. This stuff's great. Kidney stones, diabetes, blood pressure, osteoporosis, outward wound treatments, and it's even got a good preventative measure to stave off prostate cancer. It's like it regulates everything internally. Nettle might be a right nightmare to get rid of, but man, is it going to be of good use to you when there's nothing else available. And then there's the herbs that will act as natural antibiotics. Proven by science, echinacea, oregano, turmeric, ginger, and cinnamon have done well in clinical trials, but none did better than thyme and garlic. Staph infections, E. coli, salmonella, and gum disease, all some of the biggest killers in times when modern medicine wasn't yet around. Garlic and thyme did amazing in the lab, and statistics support their effectiveness. Between these two, they can treat your scrapes, chest infections, the stomach bug that you caught from the fast food joint down the street, your skin, your stress, you name it. And it's probably on the list of things thyme and garlic can handle. And it's not like anyone but your girlfriend ever complained about too much garlic bread. Making these a staple in your diet is going to go a long way to keep you from getting sick in the first place. And that is the goal after all. Look, we can't avoid getting sick altogether, but getting as much nutritional diversity from the herbs growing outside your kitchen is going to be the best preventative measure you can take. Unlike the multivitamin capsule, you won't be peeing half of the good stuff out, and you won't develop the antibiotic resistance that's going to end up killing you when you really need to do the heavy-duty pharmaceuticals. Healthcare costs are already sky high, and they're only going to climb higher soon. Don't drain your wallet on everyday health needs. Save up for those truly urgent situations when you'll really need it. This is Threat to Survival. Prepare today, thrive tomorrow. Embrace the threat to survival.